If you've ever watched someone rise fast and wondered, why does everything seem easier for them? This video is for you. Most people think rapid success is about luck, talent, or knowing the right people. In reality, it's more about energy, timing, and how you design your days so your brain can do its best work without grinding you down. Success can move faster and feel lighter when you stop fighting your own biology. That's what we're going to explore together. Let's start with a simple truth most of us ignore. You don't fail because you're lazy or because you lack ambition. You fail because you're constantly trying to do more than your energy can carry, and then you blame yourself when you burn out. You create long to-do lists that look impressive on paper, but quietly drain your willpower. You push through fatigue and call it hustle, then wonder why your work feels average and your ideas feel stale. The problem isn't your goals, it's the way you power them. Think of your day like a battery. The quality of your decisions, creativity, and discipline rises and falls with your energy levels. If the battery is low, everything becomes harder. You procrastinate, you second-guess yourself. You overthink simple choices, and you reach for quick dopamine fixes that leave you more tired. But when your battery is high, your work sharpens. You move faster because you're not fighting yourself. You focus longer. Your ideas connect, and you can follow through without forcing it. That is the fast and less effort formula most people miss. Protect and program your energy first, and then let your output ride the wave. The mistake many of us make has a funny name: over-planning and under-living. You plan 10 tasks for the day because your future self on paper has infinite willpower. Then real life shows up. 2 emails take longer than expected. A coworker needs help. Your brain slows down at the PM. Suddenly your list becomes a wall of guilt. You complete a few things, feel behind anyway, and carry the leftovers into tomorrow. Over time, the leftovers turn into mental clutter. They ferment in the background and quietly convince you that you're always behind, no matter how hard you try. There is a better way, and it begins the night before. Your fastest route to meaningful results tomorrow starts with how you end today. If nights are where you routinely lose, mornings will never be where you win. So here's the shift. Treat nighttime like your charging station, not a vague idea of I should sleep more, but a deliberate routine that makes sleep irresistible. Shut down screens earlier than you think you need to. Blue light from phones keeps your brain in go mode longer than you realize. Even with night filters on, if you find yourself scrolling because it helps you relax, notice what you feel. When you put the phone down, usually a flood of restlessness you are numbing. That feeling isn't a signal to keep scrolling. It's your nervous system asking for actual calm. Switch to something analog and gentle, a printed book, light journaling, or stretching while listening to soft instrumental music. Create a predictable wind down to lights dim, room cooled, and a consistent bedtime window. You're not chasing perfection. You're signaling safety. When your body trusts bedtime, it hands you better mornings. If you struggle to fall asleep, try simple breathing that slows the mind without being complicated. Inhale slowly through your nose, pause for a beat, and exhale longer than your inhale. Longer exhales tell your nervous system it's okay to power down. Do 5 or 6 rounds. No judgment, no pressure to sleep perfectly. You're training a skill. The goal is not to force sleep, it's to invite it. When you wake up, think clarity first, then momentum. The worst way to start the day is by rushing into decisions before your mind has settled. The best way is to create a short runway. Start with a few minutes of diaphragmatic breathing or just sit quietly and notice your breath. Then move your body, walk, jog, stretch, or do a quick body weight circuit. You don't need an hour-long workout to change your state. 10 minutes of deliberate movement can fuel to hours of sharp focus. That's a wildly asymmetrical return on effort. After you move, feed your brain, hydrate, have a breakfast that doesn't spike, and crash your energy. Keep it simple and steady: protein forward, some fiber, maybe fruit. The goal is not to become a nutrition expert. It is to avoid starting your day with a blood sugar roller coaster. That torpedoes your focus by mid-morning. Now we get to the part that accelerates progress with less effort: aligning your highest energy window with your highest impact work. Most people burn their best morning hours on reactive tasks, like email and messages. They spend their clearest thinking on checking boxes, then wonder why they can't find creativity later. Swap it. Protect a 60 to 90-minute block early in the day for one meaningful task, the one that moves your goals forward. No tabs. No notifications. Just one open document or one clear mission. If you want speed, do fewer things with your best energy, not more things with your worst. How do you pick the one thing? Use a simple filter. If I finished only this today, would the day still count as a win? That choice is your most leveraged action. It might be drafting the pitch deck, recording the lesson, shipping the proposal, outlining the chapter, designing the product page, or practicing the skill you want to master. Make it concrete, make it shippable, and then do it before the world grabs your attention. You'll be amazed at how quickly your life changes when your most valuable work gets your best energy. Output compounds. So does confidence. You stop searching for motivation and start riding momentum, because each day gives you a visible win that stacks on the last. What about the rest of the day? This is where people either keep the momentum or slowly drain it. Right after lunch, your energy dips naturally. Instead of fighting it with heavy food or more caffeine, work with it. Keep lunch lighter than you think you need. Take a 10-minute walk afterward. That short walk is a reset switch, enough movement to clear mental fog and trigger another window of focus without costing you time. If you can, take a short power nap sometimes, 10 to 15 minutes. Not a full sleep cycle, just enough to recharge your circuits. If naps don't fit your life, close your eyes for 5 minutes and breathe slowly. Either way, you're investing minutes to buy back hours of quality. Then use a second, shorter focus block to progress another meaningful task. Late afternoon can be great for lower risk creative work, editing, or finishing touches. If you need meetings or messages, place them after your focus blocks. Reactive work will always expand to fill your day. That's why you have to anchor the important things first. Not someday, every day. We also need to talk about ambition math. Many people try to win by stacking tasks instead of stacking energy. They push themselves to handle 10 priorities and end up moving all of them 1 inch. That feels busy but leads to slow progress. The fast track is counterintuitive. Reduce the number of priorities and increase the quality and consistency of attention you give them. When you focus your energy, your output gets sharper and your wins arrive sooner. That's the real paradox of less effort. It's not that you don't work, it's that you stop wasting effort on low-impact motion. Another speed booster, schedule creativity. On purpose, most people wait for inspiration. High performers create conditions that make inspiration more likely. If you know your mind is freshest in the morning, block time to ID, outline, and build. If your brain becomes more playful in the evening, use it for brainstorming and capturing ideas. Not doom scrolling. Creativity isn't magic. It's energy meeting focus in a protected container. Let's make this even more practical. Design your personal fast, not forced blueprint for the next 2 weeks. This evening, set a simple wind down. Pick a bedtime window. Dim the lights. Put your phone out of reach. Decide what you'll do instead. Read 10 pages, stretch, or write down 3 things you want tomorrow's focus block to produce. Your brain loves clear instructions. Tomorrow morning, keep the phone off at first. Breathe for 2 minutes. Move for 10. Eat the fuel. Not sedate. Then start your 60 to 90-minute protected block. No multitasking. Finish one tangible outcome. When you're done, reward yourself a great coffee, a walk outside, or music while you reset your brain. You're training your mind to associate deep work with a satisfying payoff. Midday. Keep lunch light and predictable. Walk 10 minutes afterward, if you can. Take a brief recharge, eyes closed, slow breathing, or a short nap. It's not wasted time. It's how you secure the strong focus windows in one day. Afternoon. Choose a second, lighter focus block for finishing, editing, or planning tomorrow's one thing. Put the reactive tasks after that. Messages, admin, scheduling, place them where they can't steal your prime energy. Evening. Celebrate small wins. Document what you ship. Ask, what made today smoother? And what will I do differently tomorrow? Then start the one down again. You're not chasing motivation anymore. You're building a rhythm. There are two common reasons people say, I tried all this and it didn't work. First, your internal clock needs time to adapt. If you've been staying up late and waking late, flipping to early nights and early mornings in one day is a shock. You can phase it in. Move your wake-up time earlier by 10 minutes every day until you reach your target. Small changes survive. Big jolts don't. Second, sometimes the system doesn't work because the inputs fight the goal. If you go to bed on time, but start your day with a sugar bomb or overshoot caffeine, you'll crash. If you want steady energy, give your body steady fuel. Nothing extreme. Just fewer spikes and more consistency. As you experiment with this blueprint, track your results in the simplest way possible. Every day, give yourself a point for completing your one meaningful task. If you miss it, don't give yourself 0, subtract 1. That might sound harsh, but it mirrors reality. You're either moving forward or sliding a little backward. There's no real standstill. This tiny, honest scoring system makes patterns obvious. It reduces self-deception and helps you course correct before a week slips away. Most of us underestimate how quickly our lives change when we align our energy with our priorities. We also underestimate how much friction we create by ignoring that alignment. The reason this approach feels less effort is not because life gets easy. It's because you stop swimming against your own current. The effort you do make starts working for you instead of against you. Here's what I want you to remember. Speed doesn't come from panic. It comes from clarity. Lightness doesn't come from avoiding hard things. It comes from doing the right hard things at the right time, with the right state of mind. Build your days to serve your brain and body, not fight them. Protect your mornings. Walk after lunch. Keep your evenings simple. Then repeat. That's how progress compounds. If part of you is thinking, I've heard some of this before, that's fair. But truth doesn't stop working because it's familiar. It starts working when you put it in order and follow it long enough to feel the shift. Your future isn't waiting for a perfect plan. It's waiting for you to give your best energy to what matters most, consistently, for a small stretch of time. 2 weeks is enough to feel a difference. 3 months is enough to see it. 6 months is enough to become it. A final reflection before we close. The fastest path forward is rarely the loudest one. It is quiet, repeatable, and honest. It asks you to measure what you did today and to set up tomorrow with care. It asks you to stop chasing urgency and start designing energy. And it gives back more than you put in, because your best hours begin pulling the rest of your life forward. So tonight, close the loop early. Tomorrow morning, build momentum before the world wakes up. Choose your one thing and give it your freshest mind. Walk when your energy dips. Keep lunch light. Protect a second block. And end the day with gratitude and a plan. Less struggle, more progress, not someday today. And if you stay with it, you won't just succeed faster. You'll feel lighter getting there. Now, take a breath. Picture tomorrow's first focus block. What will you finish? Write it down. That's where your faster, less effortful path begins.